Scott Helfer with the BSc Instructional Technology Center, and in this video segment we're going to show you how to use the doc sharing feature within eCollege. We're assuming, of course, that you are already logged in and you know how to do so. If not, please refer to video 1. So I'm going to go into my unit, and up in the Tools menu across the top we want to select the doc sharing feature item. Okay, starting from top to bottom, we have a categories section because we can actually create categories to file our documents into. And below that, we see the name of our course. This is actually Faculty Training 2 is the name of this course shell. And then we have a upload document and download documents feature. And then you can also see there where there'd be a file name description, owner, date, time, and some additional information. These are basically subject headings for documents that would be uploaded. And as soon as we upload a document, it'll probably make a little more sense to you. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select Upload Document. And I get to choose some options. I can decide who I want to share the file with, whether I want it to be the instructor only or the entire class. Now you may ask, why would I want the instructor only to have access to the document? If you take into consideration, you might have a situation where you have multiple instructors teaching maybe the same course or working within the course. You might want to have documents available for reference, maybe instructor notes or ideas or recommendations. You can use the doc sharing feature as a repository for those to where it would just be shared between instructors and not the class. Or if you had a situation where you were using a shell as a master shell for many, iterations of a class over a period or several semesters, you could have instructions that could be carried forward. It's really great in that case for when you have adjunct faculty where they may not be developing the course, but they may be teaching the course, so you can pass along instructions. In this case, though, we are going to select entire class, because I want the entire class to have access to this. Let's take note over on the right-hand side where it says file uploads must be completed within 90 minutes. eCollege will have a tendency, and many of you who have used this or used eCollege before probably know that it is possible for eCollege to time out before your file operation is done. I would recommend, if you have a file that is that large, that maybe you break it up into smaller chunks. But it has been known to cut off while you're trying to upload something very large. Okay, back on track. We'll go ahead and select Choose File. I'll find a file to upload here. And let's just upload our syllabus. I'll click Choose, and we can see the file name is listed right next to the Choose File button. And the owner, I am currently the owner of this document. Now I will just click Upload Document. Now it's asking me for a description. I can see my file name. I can say this is a standard course syllabus for BSc. And add entry. And now we can see that we have a line item in place. We can see the file name, who owns it, the date and time it was put up, its size, who's going to get to it, how many times it's been downloaded, and I can edit this entry or this document that's been uploaded. Not actually edit the document, but I can get to and edit the settings for it, or I can delete the document. Okay, so I've put this file up, and now I want my students to have this syllabus, pretend it's a real syllabus. I've sent them an email using the email feature, or perhaps put something on the front page, and I've told everybody that I want them to download and read it. Now, of course, I don't have the ability, unless maybe I do a syllabus quiz or something along that line, to actually know if they in fact did read it, but I can tell if they did download it. And to take a look at that, I'm going to pop back into my student section, and as a student, I'm going to go to the Dropbox. Now I see a little bit different view. As a student, I simply see I went to the Dropbox, excuse me, document sharing. As a student, I see the file name, who owns it, date and time, size, and share. There's no editing options or any of that kind of stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to download it. Now I can just click on this and it will download. Here, there it comes. It's done. Or you can also click this download documents link. And then if there were multiple documents, then I could just place check marks in all the ones that I want and then hit download documents again. Okay, so I've downloaded the document. We don't know that I've read it, but I have downloaded it. Now I'm going to go back over to my faculty side. Let me refresh my browser. Go back over to doc sharing. And I can see that there's been one download. If I click on the number, I can see who downloaded it. My student named Faculty Training 1 downloaded it on this date and this time. And I can see actually, here's another synopsis of what was downloaded. So you can see whether or not your students have actually, downloaded the document. Like I said, the only way to really determine if they've read it or not, especially like with a syllabus, is possibly like a syllabus quiz or something like that. But it does let you know whether or not they've been successful. I personally, when I've taught, I have had students say that they haven't been able to download it, or they weren't able to get to it, or they couldn't get online. But then you can go in, you can actually see that they downloaded it. But anyway, that is how you share a document within eCollege and track whether or not the documents have been downloaded.